complimentary of each other. I think honestly, their wild and zany playstyles complemented one another. Speaking of zany, we haven't even talked about the map, Laz. Tell us where we're going.
So we're going to be going to Icebox, something, we don't really say a lot here at the VCS, but things are going to be on Icebox. And as you can see, agent selection has already commenced, and it already looks like the Archons, they've already kind of made quite a bit of selection. We see a Sky, a Sage, and I'm already liking these picks. And if Brisk picks Viper, then, oh man, we just got ourselves a juicy lineup of agents.
Yeah, I mean, Viper is this is what Virtuoso wanted to do last game. I mean, Brisk makes sense for going for the Viper.
Woo!
The walls are, yep, it's right there. The walls are so strong. Viper's been a great pick for Icebox. And then here's an interesting thing. You have your top duelist and fragger go on the Sage because the Sage is so good with the walls, and in theory, this is just a strategy they seem to do. It's interesting. Ez5, Leviathan also going on the stage. This makes a little sense. The big difference here to point out is that we see Arena on the Ez5, and then on the Archon side, we do see the Sky, which I think honestly is a really good mobile info obtainer, just in the sense that AoE healing is good. The ultimate also finds a lot of information. This is an awkwardly wide and big map. A very there's a lot of boxes to hide. You could probably play a long time. There's a lot of sites that you can look down, but at the end of the day, a lot of good hiding spaces, and it's always good to have the intel to confirm where they're coming from, either from Yellow or Snowman, Tube, Kitchen, Nest, wherever they are and wherever they believe to be. We are going to get into it, though. It is Archon starting on the attacking side, so they're getting the quote-unquote less favored side, I believe, out of the way. So that's going to be a nice little silver lining. Rip the Band-Aid off, as I would say, Laz.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Archons are going to be able to pull through with this agent composition. I mean, like we said, we don't typically see a lot of Viper, but she definitely can make some big statements. But look at this. Archons already pushing on really early through. It's going to be Gucci that's actually going to have to push back already. So it's just going to be him, and now his Jet going to be close on by. Sora really pushing that defensive backs, and they've actually been able to do this very well, because now you can see the defense, they've completely rotated. They have a turret inside that A. They have some other intel from the Killjoy, but now they have free reign. They can push up as much as they want, and already look at this. They're pushing on through mid. Oh, but Nate comes up absolutely big with 3 through the Viper wall. How on earth does he make that happen? And all of a sudden, Archons have completely lost everything.
What? I couldn't even. What happened? Why did that happen? Why was this a thing? Oh my gosh! You want me to make any analytical response to this? No, I can't do that, Laz. Don't ask me to. This is okay. Well, moving on. I suppose that was just unfortunately blindly walking into a molly.
Man, Nats just comes up absolutely big with the quad, and that, like we said, it was just spamming and trigger discipline and bullet management. I mean, that just came right through that Viper wall. Was able to find so many frags, almost getting that ace, but a huge round from Ez5. And already now Archon's going to get pushed back a little bit more. Viper wall going to get placed here from that attack, and Nats going to get ready, has the nanostorms ready to go. A lot of utility has been burned, a lot at disposal now. We'll have to see, but now the attackers, they're able to push on through, but Nats still finds 2 more. How on earth does this work? And he's just having a big frag show right now, Bemi.
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually they might have the lockdown online now. Let's just check this real quick. No, it's 1 away. That's really underperforming right there. I can't tell you enough. If you don't have your lockdown on round 2 as the Killjoy, you might want to reconsider a different agent. But in all seriousness, very impressive. And honestly, the Force, I was expecting to be a little bit risky, maybe lose 1 gun in the process, but 2 flawlesses in a row. I mean, that just sends ripples in sending a message to your opponents. They are able to buy in. Archon smartly saving there. So we'll see what they can do. It is even firepower in theory.
Yeah, definitely the firepower from Archons now. They put a lot of money on the board. Like you said, that last round was a bit of a meat grinder, right? Like, this is a save round, so not a lot that we were expecting, but now a lot of it high expectations for them. And even now, Archons, they're able to get a lot of control. They're getting really close into A main, pushing on through, but still the lurk of both the Viper and Killjoy in the back of the map. So they're still using the turrets. They're still using that Sentinel to just look for any lurks. Viper Wall can actually split across the entire mid section of the map. And Sora already getting a lot of control. And look at this. If anybody from the defense peeks a bit too wide, you might be able to find that opening duel. You can see a little bit of hesitation, but oh, it will actually be Nat's able to land that frag. Heal going to come on through. And now Nat's back against the boards, but still pushing on through. Has his teammates close by here, Bemi.
You're able to actually get the first blood as well. Trading it out. Archon's doing effective work. Now they set up in a great place on A. They can fall back to the attack side of the A site, set up on Nest. This is truly an ideal situation for the Archons. They want to start bringing this back. It makes it very difficult. Governor will hang up top, see if they can find anything. Hope that nobody's flanking in mid. Now, they're just playing the waiting game. The smoke's coming out as well. Does buy a little bit of time, but they can sort of stop that up. A nice wall actually set up here. Helps out a little bit. Able to find a couple. They're committing to the defuse, and nobody's going to be able to stop it. And now, Ez5. It seemed like a dire situation. There was great picks coming in from Archons, but they flip it back around. Beautiful utility usage, and I love how they use that Sage wall as well to buy them some damage.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. You know, having a Sage on that defensive side, it makes the biggest difference. That wall is just full of issues, and that's exactly what we saw. They used it absolutely perfect. They get the placement. It makes it even harder for the attackers to get on through, and then that defuse just easy peasy and lemon squeezy. And now Ez5 going to be 3-0. Archons, they don't have a lot of money, so they're just going to have to go for the light eco. And even now, Governor, he's getting a little adventurous, but oh, it will be the Viper pit to be used. But look at this, finds one. He's able to find two. Leviathan able to find another two as well. And all of a sudden, Archons, they're not able to get any sort of response back except for Rev. Finds the headshot of one. Can he look for a little bit more? He will before he falls to the death. Nice. And that's going to be the triple from the Sage. Ultimates now activated here for Ez5. Both Killjoy and the Sage ready to go.
Arguably, Governor's also right around the corner from the Knives as well. We can't discount the Archons, so look at that. 1 or 2 skill points away from a bunch of ultimates. And, I mean, with a couple of more frags, they can find it. However, not been able to find too much value, unfortunately. But they can still, it's still a possibility, and you can't rule it out right now. So, buy round, couple of skill points away from ultimates. Archons, they still got a chance, but they got to deny value of any time. But Governor, they're ready. And Bob's your uncle right there as they go ahead and find one. But trade it out. Risk able to find one. Now 1 frag away. And if they are able to drop the Viper ultimate, that is a good chunk of the area covered. However, still, the absolute aim skill coming in from Ez5 has been massive. They just sort of deny so much territory just from fragging out, honestly. It's been nothing but just sort of mechanical skill showing up here for Ez5.
Yeah, Ez5, and this is kind of what we were talking about in the pregame. I was mentioning, you know, a lot of history, a lot of tournaments, as you as well. And this is kind of what we're seeing already. 5-0. They're not allowing Archons to get any sort of control at all so far on this map. And I mean, I don't really know what the proper statistic is, if this is more defensive favored still, or if it's still kind of an even balance.
I think it's slightly defense, but it's kind of like,
you know, it's kind of like a
situation. Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's tooth and nail. It's really close. But right now, we're seeing that experience from Ez5, the squad that's been together for a significant amount of time. It's just absolutely blossoming so well. And Archons, they just haven't been able to find anything at all.
I've got your trail.
Well, we're certainly seeing why they beat Renegades, Pittsburgh Knights, and E-United. So this is certainly showing up in a lot of ways. They're trading out. I mean, Archons, they have good moments. They look great, but unfortunately, they just, every little inch that they try to make, it gets responded in kind. It is 3 for 3 now, but after they get traded out a little bit, they get a little uncertain and they don't know what to do, and this allows them to set up on the side of Ez5. But that being said, they will lock it down. A flank tries to come in from the Omen, but it's not going to be the case, as they will finally get around the board. Archons showing a little bit of life as they watch their backs.
Yeah, we see some frags now being distributed across the board here for Archons. They get 2 ultimates now, so they have the Pit Viper, or Viper's Pit, sorry, available for Brisk, and also the lockdown from J-Ben. So we'll have to see how they want to use that. So that's a really key thing to notice in this round that we're going to be watching. And they do still have an ultimate, the lockdown, available for Ez5 also. So they can always try to go for the counter lockdown if they want. We can already see Skye going to be having her flashes, guiding light going to be used. A lot of utility already burned. Look at this. They already have smoke screens and the poison cloud going to be used. And already Viper making her presence towards in middle right now, Bemi.
They have the ultimate online as well, so they could potentially just try to lock down, play some mid picks, and just sort of cause a lot of confusion. But Burb comes out from the sky, and Archons are slowly pushing their way over. But every little time they try to push them. Oh, I don't know if they were supposed to dash forward. Not sure if that was the plan, but Governor able to walk away with her skin, half tagged up. And now with it back and forth. Interesting stuff though. Leviathan gets caught with her pants down. Like you said, that Viper's been playing in mid, making things awfully awkward for the side of the Archons. Or sorry, Ez5, excuse me.
Even now, it actually will be Nats that's going to fall. So Nats has been a very big player, very big impact, and he's actually going to get taken down. No Sage going to have for that res. T-Cat just going to break the corner of the wall. Might not have a lot of ammo left. Governor going to be close on by. The wall about to break. Oh, I don't think he actually spotted. He maybe did. We're going to get caught with a Storber going to go for the fight, and he's able to win that shot. So takes down Rev, uses the Smiths, gets out of that slow orb. Now we have ourselves a 3-on-2 situation, now making it to a 2-and-2. Governor able to find that frag. Cloudburst going to be used. They're sticking the defuse as long as possible. And now J-Ben, he needs to make something work because now the spike, it's planted halfway. They're going to keep committing to it. Oh, they're just going to stick it. He just lets them have it. And now that's a round from Ez5. A round that could have gone either way, but J-Ben picks up those last frags, but it will not matter.
Seemed like the priority was to save there. Wasn't really sure if they wanted to try to win that, and it seems almost like it is a little bit of nervousness, not confident in being able to clutch out that round, and they didn't want to be able to not have a rifle into the next round. Again, economy still very shaky for the Archons team, as they are pretty much sort of doing the best they can with what they got. They will be able to buy into this, but again, Ez5, there's just no signs of stopping. They have been such a brutal force to deal with. That being said, we are going to see the lockdown come in, and Laz, take it away.
Well, there'll be Nats now to use the counter lockdown. So lockdown versus lockdown. And now you can see the attackers. They're still actually going to push on through. J-Ben lands that first frag. And actually, players are going to be detained. And actually, one of the lockdowns is going to be destroyed. So now, TCAS finds one, gets traded immediately from Rev. Now they're able to get this spike down. A 4-on-3 situation. Viper's Pit still going to be available. Guiding Light finds the one. Sora able to make it happen. And now Leviathan going to be using the counter wall, tapping the defuse. This is a good placement. And they don't even know, because right now they think he's still defusing it. But he's going to be able to get this frag. Takes down Sora, making it to the 2-and-2. Ultimate still available for the Viper. But it's going to be a lot of pressure here. Leviathan needs to find this opening, needs to do something very quickly. And now both players split apart, but now it's all just down to Skye. Can she make this happen? Yes, she will. She's going to take him down, leaving it just an Omen versus Skye. Paranoid makes the connection. Can he flee? Yes. Oh my goodness. How is this happening, Bemi? A Complex still making a lot of noise, and he's able to get this frag in Archons. Keep it alive, 6-2.
It's not the most amazing of scores, but it shows that you have life in you, and that's what they need to show on the side of Archons. They need to show that they're not going down without a fight. Complex really coming in clutch there for their teammates. Honestly, J-Ben, really excellent use of the lockdown, just putting in the pressure, and that's what we need to see from Archons. A little more commitment to those plays. We know they can do it. Honestly, Ez5 is just kind of making them shaking their boots in the moment, as it feels like. They can do it. Archons, you can do it. We believe in you. You just need to believe in yourselves as well. We saw you how you were able to commit to the lockdown. You should be able to do that now. That being said, though, the Omen able to find Brisk, and that was a pretty big, heavy player in the Archon side, but they still can do it, but they're now a player down.
And this is Gucci. Look at this. Just uses everything to his ability, and he just finds these opening picks, able to make it happen. Leviathan gonna have that heal for him, just stuck inside the middle of two A tubes. So now, or B tube, my apologies, and even Sora creeping on. And you can see a little bit of hesitation coming in from Archons, a little bit of counter flashes, but it will not matter. They're still able to pick up 2 big frags. And now they're just falling apart like a deck of cards. 2 remaining players here, Bemi, for Ez5.
Very spread out as well. And now one goes down. Last one's in green. They are aware of this Governor. A very good Jet player, but the spike has been planted. You need to start working on it. Gets flashed. Footsteps are going to be heard. I don't think they even heard Sora coming around the corner, and they will be able to do it. A 3rd round on the board, and now the 6-6 seems proper. The economy has been so stable, though, for the side of Archons that they will pretty much... No, they're actually going to go for the save. I did not expect this coming in from the side of Ez5. Thought they were just going to go, run and gun this, but we're actually seeing a little bit more respect coming in from Ez.
Yeah, so we saw before, there was 5 rounds that were picked up from Ez5, and then they finally lost, and now it looks like Archon's getting a little bit more of the rhythm, a little bit more of, that momentum we needed to see from them, now making it only 3-round difference. Like you said, there's definitely lots of possibilities that this could potentially go to a 6-6, but we'll have to see. Gucci not able to win that first duel. He's been very successful, but now not going to be able to make that work. 3 ults available for Archons. They still have plenty to use. No Jet ult, or no Sage ult, sorry, available from Ez5 for the res, but now Archons, they're going to be able to get this plant down very convincingly.
And disengage too. And there's that Viper, Viper love you were talking about earlier. The wall, just so powerful. Denied so much information from Snowman and anywhere else. It's pretty massive. Knives coming out from Governor.
No.
They are committing to the defuse. Oh my god, they got put down! No way! Oh my god, Leviathan! With the wall clutch, able to just defuse. Oh my gosh, Archons had a great execution, but just unfortunately, Leviathan's just got a heart of iron and just pure guts.
Oh my goodness, Leviathan comes up, delivers.
Courage.
Wow, no, pros don't fake. I mean, he just completely stuck it. I mean, that wall, the corner of the Sage wall, protected him, and it came right down to the sliver, and he was able to get it. Archons, they're definitely going to be kicking themselves for a round loss like that. It was completely theirs.
And now, never mind worry about the economy. They are pretty much good to go. Might be able to find one, but no, Leviathan's able to trade it out. Actually, both Jets going down. It does slow down a little bit of aggression for Archons, though, unfortunately. Oh, they managed to get the Resident Gov. And now, yeah, it's a lockdown. It's not as what we're hoping. Archons seeming a little shaky at the moment.
Yeah, I wonder, and that's kind of what we talk about, when you're playing. Does that frustration get to you? Because right there, kind of noticing they're just not able to get through these sites. And look at this Nats. He's still able to make a triple. He's just been an absolute menace in this A site. He just plays in the same spot, has the same setup, and it's been working phenomenally. 12 in 6, 1 orb away from his ultimate. And that's I think we've seen a lot of Killjoy lockdowns here today, Bemi, and especially on this map.
Yeah, no kidding. I think we're up to Nat's 4th. Locked. It feels like the 4th at the very least, for sure. It's something that really just kind of shakes you to your core in some ways. Of just how easy. I mean, this is unsurprising from Easy. Archons have been trying their best. I mean, again, this is their map pick. They're doing the best they can. I think we still have to wait and see how defense pulls out. But right now, it is slipping away from them at this very moment. They are still on the last round, though, so let's see what they can make of this. They will drop the ultimate and a nice plant as well, and they can set up on A here last.
Yeah, they're able to get that wall, gets the plant, so now TCAS and his friends are going to be pushing on through. This might just be a bit of a spam through the Viper Pit. Even TCAS still pushing on through, but they're not actually going to commit to it, but yes, they will now, and Brisk able to find it, and Brisk able to take down 2, so all of a sudden, Archons, they only have 2 remaining players, but they brought it back to an equal situation, but Nats, again, able to pull up a triple, pulling so much damage against them, and Leviathan finds that last frag, and that's going to be the defuse. Ez5. They keep on going with no sort of problems.
I'm going to be honest, I'm getting some real Summon FC vibes here from Ez5, just sort of a free agent team that I don't know how they're not sponsored unless they're just simply a pug team of streamers. But either way, really fascinating stuff coming in from here as they will be able to just once again have such a solid half. The great execution. Archons, it's a tough pill to swallow, but you need to have a little self-confidence in you to be able to face against this. You can't go for the hesitation. The good news is that we are going to see them on the defense, so they can play a little more of that passive style, because I've seen a strong defense from them on Bind, and they were, unfortunately they didn't win that map out against their opponents a couple weeks ago, but they still were strong in their playstyle. So let's see if they can make that magic happen on Icebox. It is their map pick after all, as they will get one. Governor going down. It's a great way to start that out.
And you can already see it actually will be the Killjoy going to push on through. There was Nats trying to, get in the back of the site, but now you can see Ez5, they're going to be able to get the spike plant, so the wall going to be blocking it off, so that's a very good use of it, and that's what we were talking about before. And it can be so problematic in Archons. They have the player advantage, but now you have two remaining players from Ez5. You have TCAS, you have the Sage alive, two very strong players you need. And that will be the Poison Cloud going to be used from the Viper. And now Sky Flash is going to come through. TCAS makes the one connection, can get the second, yes. Now going to be able to go for the heal, but the spike is getting diffused, but that's going to be another one. And all of a sudden TCAS delivers an ace. You're blowing my mind.
I can't, Laz. That should have been theirs. That should have been the one. That should have been able to get it. But Laz, bringing it home. I think, honestly, Archons are going to save. They're basically now at this point fighting for overtime. I thought for sure they were going to win that pistol. But unfortunately, just kind of made a bunch of 1v1s for Taz. And they gladly took that like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, absolute firepower that we're seeing from Ez5. TCAS pulls up the ace, but the fact that he's able to win those opening duels, look at this, he's trying to look a little bit more. Both him and Leviathan going to push on through, just run through this B site. I mean, Archons, they don't have a lot in the inventory. It's very weak, but we'll have to see what they can make use of. But right now, this is looking like a bit of a gimme. And all of a sudden, it's just down to Jabe and a Shorty. Man, Shorty, that's not going to be enough.
Doesn't even find one. A flawless round on top of that. I think that ace has pretty much sort of turned me off of the idea of potential comeback. But as a caster, we must continue on forth and say, okay, well, there's a buy round coming in. However, the Empress is already online, and there's just, it was such a massive bonus. Another flawless coming in for them. Not everybody's able to have full armor on the side of Archons. It's just not looking pretty. In the double digits yet, even. Just notice that now. Look at that.
Yeah, Ez5 are just sitting completely uncontested. So we'll have to see if Archons can make anything out of this round.
Nice tag.
Absolutely desperate for them. Even Sora gonna actually find a little bit of damage, but it will be now Ez5 still pushing on through into this B site, so they're gonna have a lot of control. Sora still makes that first connection, so actually does take down the powerhouse of TCAS, but can he find more? He's taking down the 35. Governor able to take him back. A lot of trades have now been used. They do have the res available for Ez5 if they wish, and that's able to find that frag, and now they're actually able to get the wall broken. Takes down the spike diffuser, so it is halfway. Can they make it work? It's still getting diffused, but the wall fails again, and Archons, they have now taken a round away from Ez5.
Taste of their own medicine, I see. Well done, Archons. Okay. You ain't out of it yet. You are able to buy into this now with full armor and full rifles, if you so desire, or something else. They are going to prioritize some things differently. Wants to save some room in the bank. Not the cleanest, but still it's still going. But it is going to be tough. Easy had a couple of flawless rounds, so they will be able to buy into this. But if Archons can win these and get great picks and tags like that where they can follow up, this definitely does show some promise here.
Yeah, I really like wall that we saw from Brisk, just actually isolating that whole one spot, but it doesn't slow down Ez5. They're still going for the same bread and butter. They're just going to go for the full execute at B. Like we said, and you mentioned as well, We do have the Empress available for Ez5, but Jabin not able to land that frag, and now that's 2 duels that have gone in favor for Ez5, so they're able to push on through. Now Archons in the disadvantaged situation. They're trying to make something absolutely work, but now it's just all down to Sora by himself. He does have the Blade Storm, but he's not going to be able to use it as Governors. Put the order in, and now the order will be the 12-4.
So difficult. I think, honestly, wasn't just gonna work, guys. There's just so much aggression put. Takaz and Governor are 2 peas in a pod. That's something that is just going to make things difficult. If one is gone, the other will be traded out, and you know, Governor's just going to push in, give you all that intel, and then the Reyna just eats it up like nobody's business. Finally, match point. Not much weapons, util, everything. Having to go up against a lot of ultimates. It's the ultimate test for Archons right now if they want to really keep fighting for this last.
This is a big test, and even now Rev does get that first opening exchange, so that's not something we typically saw from Archons. It's always Ez5 that are able to pick this up, but they get the spike down, sorry. TCAS able to pick up that next frag to put it back to a 4-4 situation. Jabin finds the shoulder of TCAS, still looking for a little bit more. Guiding Light going to be used. Not going to be able to land though, but it will be the Defender Killjoy lockdown used. So this is going to push Ez5 back. They're not even going to stay near this at all. They're going to just actually retreat as much as possible. But Brisk from the back, he finds the 1. Can he make the 2nd? Yes,
nice.
And he gets the 3rd. Brisk delivers, and Archons, they stem that bleeding a little bit longer here, Bemi.
Living to see another round. Commit to the defuse. They can start buying up a little bit more, but I think it's now just mainly even playing ground because we do see still buys coming in from the side of Ez5, but Archons can match that firepower a little bit. They still have to go up against a few ultimates here, Laz. They still have potentially, they have the res that they have to deal with, so even if they do get one, could easily be brought back if they so desire. The Kaz has the Empress, still that ace in the sleeve. Though, that being said, Brisk with the ultimate online is massive. Getting that 3k, the Viper AoE is going to be so used for trying to go for the defuse here. So, still, light at the end of the tunnel for Archons. They just need to reach out and get it.
Look at that.
Even now, Complex able to find Gucci, so takes him down, and that was actually a little bit of a cheeky teleport, but Ez5, they're going to be able to push on through. Leviathan gets that res, so now one of the ultimates going to be used for the actual pull again. Oh my goodness, Complex is making this a very complex situation here for Ez5. TCAS able to retrieve that spike, still has his ult available as well, but a little bit of response back, some life that we're seeing from Archons. Res going to be used as well. Now they still have the Viper Pit if they want. Governor still trying to spam something through, makes the 1st, is able to get a 2nd, 3rd. No! Ez5 take this home, 13-5, an amazing fashion.
What?
What on earth? How does
okay. Hey, Laz, I need to go. I need a hot shower after that.
Wow.
I just need a hard look in the mirror. What do you even say? What do you even say except frag out, I guess. Sometimes when in doubt, frag out.
I mean, that's what we were talking about. There's so much firepower on the squad, but I mean, congratulations, Ez5, to taking that match. We saw some life back from Archons. They look like they are making a bit of a comeback. Honestly, yeah, and I mean,
golf clap for Archons.
Yeah, small claps. I mean, it's a tough match, and it was definitely, the prediction looked like Ez5 are definitely pushing on through. But let's take a look at who's going to be the MVP. And absolutely,
what a surprise!
No surprise at all. Will be. I think they actually spelled it wrong, but it is Nats that actually does come up big. But either way, that's amazing. 17-9 with a 282 combat score.
Yeah, just absolutely fragged out. Caught so much with the utility as well. The mollies and the control was really amazing. I do have to say, though, really was happy also with the Sage. I'm a big Sage fan myself, so seeing the Sage walls were really excellent. And, to shine a little light on Archons, Brisk was an amazing player to watch. There was so many advantages with the Viper that they got from them, and they really played it very well. It's just unfortunately, if you don't have it's just unfortunately, while this strat seems to be very popular amongst team, if you don't have the execution or the comms or anything else, if you're just going to go up against a tough player, going against those kinds of heroes is going to be, or agents, excuse me, it's going to be very tough because you just don't know how to use them to the full extent. So it's going to be tough. But either way, Ez5 looked very strong. I can't say much except that they fragged out. They are individualistically amazing. They have the comms. They are able to trade effectively. Sometimes they got caught off guard for being very aggressive, but honestly, they always made up for it by just, dialing back a couple of notches. Again, another contention for the champion, and I know I say that a lot like a broken record, but they're really good.
Yeah, I've been a pretty big fan of Ez5 for a really, really long time. So it's really great to see them progressing in the tournament here today, the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and in that kind of a fashion as well. I mean, it just makes the biggest question mark of who's going to keep on going and who's going to be packing the bags and going home. But we will find out, as we are going to just take another short break as we now go to top 8.